In video games, one of the really controversial issues right now is the idea of pay to play, where some people believe that you really need to earn your way to where you're at. And other people are like, well, if I have the resources to invest and skip a lot of the, nonsense to just all of a sudden level up immediately, that's where we are. And now there's merit to both. Because if you do have the resources and you can kind of fast track yourself and just spend less time doing tedious nonsense, I don't think there's anything wrong with that necessarily. And also, just kind of going from very, very beginning, low level, and building your way up step by step by incremental step. I think that's a great thing too. Neither one is necessarily good or bad. Like the pay to play, I think in personal development, I think that's the kind of area where you're paying for education, you're paying for other resources. And I lean heavily in favor of just being able to do that as much as you possibly can. You can spend a lot of money to get a one-on-one mentor. That's one way that you could do it. You can also spend a little bit of money on things like courses or books, some way to jump your overall skill set or jump your knowledge base significantly as quickly as you can without necessarily having to run into the problems that you're going to face while trying to grow yourself. Even though, I think that's almost always going to be the case. You're almost always going to run into those issues in some way, shape, or form. But if it's possible, pay to play. Invest in your knowledge base, invest in your skill set, because for things like video games, I would say that you're paying money to get really good at something that doesn't matter necessarily. There's no inherent benefit to video games as a whole. But for things like personal development, whatever you learn, whatever skills you start to acquire, those stay with you for the rest of your life. That game doesn't end until that game ends. So I love the idea of investing as much as you can within reason in just building your overall knowledge base and skill set. I think that's a really, really good thing to do. So for actual personal development, big fan of pay to play. Maybe not so much for video games, even though totally did it myself when I did play more games. I get it. But long story short, pay to play, the way to go.